Government intends to fully incorporate the ideas of the youth in its development and transformation plans for Barbados going forward. That's the vision behind the Ideas Forum, which takes place tomorrow at the St. Lucie Rectory from 6 until 8 p.m. Special Advisor to the Prime Minister's Office, Jonathan Reid, is appealing to young people to come out and be part of the national conversations on creating a 21st century Barbados. He tells CBC News, as was clearly articulated by Prime Minister Motley during her New Year's address to the nation, they hope to spur more youth to feel the need to share in the process.
If you're talking about transformation, you're doing it for the purpose of youth. Many of the things that we're seeing now and that we're shaping now are on the basis of what the impact will be of it in 20, 30, 40, 50 years. If you talk about something like education reform, the true impact of it is not going to be felt tomorrow, but rather in a couple of decades down the road. Or something like climate change, with all the different policies and changes in the way that the practices that people do on a day-to-day basis. The real major impact of it will be significantly down the road. So I think it's important to involve youth who will be living in that time and engage in that time to get feedback about the future that they want.
Mr. Reid says government needs to engage the people, and he says in order that these fora not be perceived as mere talk shops but accepted as being solutions oriented, they need to be seen as having the full buy-in of a wide cross-section of society.
Having a deep analysis of what are the things that served us in the past but perhaps haven't served us as well as they can in the future, and just making an honest assessment of that. Fundamentally, the role of government is to make people's lives better, and I think government understands that responsibility, and it's important that government engages with the people to understand what are the things they can do now and in the future for the purpose of making people's lives better.
As Barbados continues to move towards its goal of planting more than 1 million trees in 2020, actors and filmmakers from the Barbados Independent Film Festival have been taking part in the exercise. It happened at the Walker's Institute for Regenerative Research and Education and Design, or WIRED, earlier today. Leah Briggs has those details.
The Wired Institute has a mandate to promote environmental sustainability through agroforestry. According to Managing Director Keisha Farnham, the organization is committed to incorporating the arts in its regenerative projects.
This year, we are going to do the Climate Summit, which will be later in March, but we've taken the opportunity for the persons who've come for the film festival to come and plant trees to in part offset their carbon footprint, right? And it's also a great opportunity to do this, what we're doing right now, and to have persons within the film sector, within the creative arts sector, give nature a voice, give the environment a voice.
The fruit trees were planted as part of the Walker's Reserve One Tree for Every Bajan program in conjunction with the government's We Planting initiative. Co-founder and director of the Barbados Independent Film Festival, Jennifer Smith-Bent, says BIF is pleased to have a hand in advancing Barbados's environmental sustainability.
By planting more trees, we're building a secure future to combat climate change and also to improve our soil and our water retention, and in turn we'll be able to grow more local food, so we won't have to rely on international exports, which are also very expensive. So we see the upside for this as really great, and of course all the filmmakers are thrilled to have a legacy that they're keeping in Barbados, and we hope they come back to visit it every year.
The film festival kicks off tonight with the premiere of Joseph, a film by local director Marcia Weeks. Joseph star Kavoy Burton says he is delighted to be a part of the project.
The tree planting exercise was very interesting. I've never done anything like this before in my life, but I feel good contributing to the environment and the greens and everything. So it's really nice.
The group planted a variety of fruit trees ranging from Bajan cherry to Jamaican Ackies. Walker's Reserve is currently engaged in the process of transforming an active sand quarry in St. Andrew into a vibrant beachside forest. Aaliyah Briggs, CBC News.
Thanks very much, Aaliyah. And still to come, Haiti's president considering ruling by decree. That story and much more are making headlines across the region. Before we get to that, though, here's a tip from Cooperators General Insurance.
This tip of the day is brought to you by Cooperators General Insurance Company Limited. Insurance the way you want it to be.
Did you know? Penology is a branch of criminology that looks at how criminal activity is punished. This tip is brought to you in association with the Criminal Justice Research and Planning Unit, keeping an eye on crime.